Alright, what's happening? Just getting out work, as you can see. But I thought about a story that I want to tell y'all real quick. And I really kind of want to get it out there that, PTSD, depression, anxiety, ADD, ADHD is a real thing inside the penitentiary, especially in the Alabama penitentiary. I kind of figure like it is all over America, or probably all over the world, but it's a real thing, and it's very serious. So I want to kind of tell this story to where I can kind of get the message out there, and see, if I can get comments, and have conversations. If you got family members that's probably locked up, that I'll be able to at least answer any questions or anything like that to kind of help y'all out and, kind of help y'all deal with some of that trauma y'all self and pain of y'all loved ones just being locked up and locked down, where you can't really hold them and you can't really talk to them and you can't really understand them or even, have a good time with them, but it is a real thing, even though a lot of us wasn't legally diagnosed with any of it. You can kind of, when you were diagnosed with some of it and you know the symptoms, you can kind of see being in close quarters with a lot of men that has these different emotions and stuff. So okay, so I'm gonna get right into it. Okay, one day this tall guy, and I just say tall guy because he was a tall guy. He was probably about 6'4", 6'5". I'm not gonna say he was a gang member inside prison, but he wasn't part of the gang that I was. He came to the cell or whatever, and I ran Stowe, right? I ran Stowe, So I'm gonna tell this story in a way to where you can understand what I'm saying, but you'll be looking at it from multiple directions. You'll understand the process of how it works in prison, and you'll also understand the process of how people hustle in prison or try to hustle in prison or whatever. So, a lot of us do hustle or whatever. So, time goes on of me being there, whatever, and I've accumulated enough items to where I'm able to afford to run a store. Now, in certain prisons, certain dorms, you have what you call, credit lines. We'll say credit lines, right? You'll send me 2 times back what you done borrowed. Some people might put the 2 on the 10. If I loan you 3 items, I'm going to want 7, 8, 9 back. Instead of 3 for 6. You know what I mean? Depending on what they say. I kind of see how they feel, because it's like they parents and loved ones is sending them money or whatever that they working hard for. So in order for that person to kind of like show their parents and stuff that they're not getting in no trouble, they loved ones that I ain't in no trouble, and I'm gonna keep asking you every day for money, I might take the little bit that y'all done sent me, start running me a store, or bought me a pack, however much y'all done sent me, or bought me a phone and start working that phone and start selling phone time and stuff like whatever. You see what I'm saying? But instead of me, because most people in most dorms, most dorm leaders that which, be the guy with all of the money, more like to set the prices. So, you come get 1 from me, bring me 2 back. You come get 2 from me, bring me 4 back. You come get 3 from me, bring me 6 back. See what I'm saying? Well, I've never went through where a person kind of bucked on the 3 for 8, 3 for 7. I've never went through that because I've never done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I have looked out for my partner and them hey man, I owe the box, man. I can't, man. I can't go to the box. I owe the box 10 items already. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, boy, how long you been owing the box 10 items? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, man, I've been owing the box. Like, my people, man, they messed up on the street, man. I've been owing the box 10 items, man. Man, oh, man, I don't need to get violated, man. All right, man, what you need? You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, I'm just saying, bro, could you kind of clear up that with the box for me, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just make it a way to, well, I seen, like, me and you were, like, playing cards or something, I beat you out of this. Boy, no, fool, what? Boy, no, ain't no gambling. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't none of that. Cause when you programming, bro. You keep it all the way there. Now, if you ain't programming, if you not programming, then you don't. It ain't that. You know. You go for what you know. But at the time we programming, so you gonna respect their program. Here we go. Well, man, I'm just saying, could you clear up man, I got you, partner. Just cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna look out for you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I also, man, I need something to eat too. I'm just saying, it's coming, bro. It's coming. The thing about it is that I can't. Now, this a homeboy of mine. He trying to explain to me that his people probably won't have the money until like a week or two. 2 store draws. You know what I'm saying? 2. You know what I'm saying? So you might not draw them store. You might not catch store. He might not catch store 2 weeks. But because we know each other from long time ago, he figuring like if I clear the box debt, you know what I'm saying? Then, which he knew I'd do only for him. I wasn't going around clearing the box debt for too many other people. You know what I'm saying? Probably wasn't even nobody else for real. But for him, I clear the box debt for his, you know, on his box debt. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he owed the box 10 items. You know what I'm saying? So, and for y'all know what box debt mean. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know what box debt mean, then all it mean is that when you programming with your people, you know what I'm saying, with your relatives or with your gang that you know, cause I keep it real on my channel. When you programming, y'all come together. Everybody got a certain amount that they'll be able to put in the box. You know what I'm saying, which is all commissary. I go to them, they'll be able to put it in the box, you log it, you know what I'm saying? That's why you have your treasurer or secretary or whatever you'll have you over the box. You know, it's different names, different places and stuff like, you know, for different games or whatever. You know, they keep a tab on who done paid, who ain't paid, because you got a list of everybody that's programming with y'all, you know what I'm saying? And everybody got to, you know, that's programming with y'all, got to pay the box, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just for precaution, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that, you know, if it's so many different variations on the reason why, but one of the main reasons why is to make sure that, you know, ain't nobody never hungry, ain't nobody ain't got, if blood ain't got no soap to wash his ass, blood come to the box. Hey, blood ain't got no tissue to wipe his behind, you know, it's blood, you know, hey man, we got to roll tissue. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Everything got a price on it in the penitentiary. Right? Now, technically, you know what I'm saying, there's ways around a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying? They let you know off rip. You know, your personal business ain't blood gang business. But ain't nothing bigger than that beat. Point blank period. They don't give a damn. They'll smash you off a yard if you think you bigger than the program. I'm going to let you know. Ain't nothing bigger than the program if y'all program. You see what I'm saying? The thing was, one day, man, this tall dude, he was in a different gang. Tall dude, he had wanted to come, you know, get something out the stove. He wanted to credit something out the stove. Now, this dude like to play a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no stuck up dude neither. You know what I'm saying? But I played around, but I didn't do that horse playing, all that touching and all that talking crazy. That wasn't me. Like, making little jokes or whatever about stuff, that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we laughed and talked mainly about sports, TV shows, your case, Because I got a funny story to tell y'all about when the Doom Squad came and told us up in the cell. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell that story in a minute. So this dude came, he wanted to get, a setup. Right? So I told him what it bring it back. He was like, I bet, man, bet. You know what I'm saying? I said, but hold on. I was like, you can't get your setup if you owe somebody. He was like, huh? I'm like, if you owe somebody in this cell, in that block, you ain't getting no setup from me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, come on with all that, man. Come on all that, man. Come on. Now, we wasn't saying capping back then or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, come on with all that, man. Come on with all that, man. He like, man, listen, man. I don't owe nobody. I don't owe them one person, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pay them. I was like, man, that one too many. No, you can't get it. I was like, if you can get it, if you go borrow the setup from that person that you owe. Now, I kind of knew the dude that he owed already. I kind of knew him. I ain't really know him like that. He was alright. You know what I'm saying? He was a cool dude. But I kind of knew him or whatever. So he was like, man, come on, man, with all that, man. He was like, man, listen, man. He like, man, I wouldn't be asking you for nothing if I ain't need it. So now he done kind of got this aggression on this check. Cause at first he was just laughing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. I said no. I said no. I'm not giving it to you. You owe one too many people. Man, I owe one person, man. That's one too many. Pay him, then come holler at me. Because my thing is this right here. I don't know how long you've been owing this person. You know what I'm saying? Then your first answer was, no, I don't owe nobody, man. I don't owe them but one person. So you lied to me all rip right there. Because you were like, no, I don't owe nobody, man. But I don't owe them but one person, man. Like, I don't owe no whole lot of people. You know I ain't about none of that. That's what he say. But you is about that, though. You know what I mean? You back that because I don't know how long you been owing this dude. He like, man, I don't owe him that. But I'm like, listen, whatever you owe him, bro, you ain't even got to tell me. Whatever you owe him, wait till you pay him and then come holler at me. Now, when I told y'all a few minutes ago that I knew his sister out the street, if I didn't tell y'all, I knew his sister out the street. Cool person, you know what I'm saying? Real cool dude. He was a cool dude. I wasn't doing it to be, you know what I'm saying, messed up about it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I knew his sister. Cool. It wasn't nothing on no me and her hooked up. It was just like we knew each other. We you know what I'm saying? Me and her were real cool on the street. You know. So in fact, she used to hoop. You know what I'm saying? For the same team I did, but for the girl team. So, he knew that, you know. So when sometimes he would call him, put on the phone and stuff like that, man, and we'd chop it up or whatever, On this particular day, regular ordinary day, everybody out there on the day room floor. You know what I'm saying? Regular ordinary day. He fall off and first of all he fell off in the cell and he ain't even knocked. He just came on in. So I instantly clutched on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, bro. He said, bro, I've been out 12 years. And the reason why I asked him that is because you fall off in the cell wrong, you loud, and then you slick threaten me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's 3 strikes, bro. And the little dude that I had just helped out, he pulled out something longer than King Arthur's act, bro. Like, he up some real long, bro. Like, he like, bro, you finna, boy, what you talking about? You finna get it. He was like, no, hold on, no. He said, man, he like, bro, you ain't see me laughing and playing with you? No, I ain't see you laughing and playing. He like, bro, he like, no, I ain't mean it like in no disrespectful way. Gonna get it up. Man, bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you what it really is. He was like, man, let me holler at him. They were like, man, we ain't going nowhere. I was like, bro, he's straight. You know what I'm saying? I was like, matter of fact, bro, bro, for real, we about to strip you in here, boy. Make sure. He like, bro, you know I wouldn't pull up on you with no fire, bro. Come on, man, that ain't me. So I tell them, I'm like, bro, I don't think he meant none of that, my nigga. I'm like, bro, listen, y'all step out the door, but don't go nowhere. Let me holler at him. He like, bro, about my sister and mama. That what he tell me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be real. He like, bro, about my sister and my mama. He like, bro, can I holler at you, bro? I said, yeah, go ahead. I said, what's up? He was like, man, alone. I was like, man, y'all step out the door. And I said, don't go nowhere though. I said, he ain't gonna be long. I said, bro, I can't do it for you, bro. You owe somebody, bro. I can't do it for you. He was like, nah, bro, it ain't that, bro. It ain't that. He said, man, I'm gonna be real with you. He said, man, when this hoe come off that black top, bro, I'ma have some. I said, well, why you can't wait till then? Now I did just use a slur, but that's the word that he used. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and he was talking about a dude that was gay. He had sent him to the black top to collect his money, right? But one thing about this particular prison that I was at is you might get out there, but it's gonna be very hard for you to get back. So you might go out there at 8 o'clock in the morning. You might not come back until when lunch called, because they weren't unlocking that door like that for you to run up and down that hallway like that, straight out that black top. So the dude hit him up on the phone. He tell him, bro, they got the door locked. I'm gonna have to sit out here till lunch. He was like, man, you can't get down here. He was like, no. He like, bro, I can't move. I ain't. He was like, but I got everything. I just can't slide back down there yet. So he was like, man, alright. So he was like, bro, I'm telling you, he said, bro, I wouldn't lie to you. Something happened to my mom and my sister. I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to pause for a second with that, and I'm going to tell y'all like this. I feel like in every penitentiary, how I explained about the PTSD and ADD and the depression and anxiety, cigarettes, even though it's non-smoking facilities, in most camps, cigarettes or tobacco or marijuana and coffee pretty much runs those camps. That's what I mean by, like, these people nerves. They be addicted to that caffeine, they be in that coffee, or they be addicted to that nicotine. That nicotine or that caffeine, man, they gonna have to have it to soothe and calm their nerves, or it's just gonna be bad. Like, it's gonna be everybody on high alert, everybody ready to do something to somebody, because their nerves is just bad. If you think I'm lying, ask somebody that's in a penitentiary that you know, like, what store items run the camp, and they gonna tell you cigarettes and coffee. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Those are the most two important store items in the world. I guarantee you. Cigarettes and coffee. Now, of course, food. But I guarantee you. Because the people that don't smoke, they probably addicted to hustling. The people that don't drink coffee, they probably addicted to that grind. To that grind and that hustle. So I can sell these things. I can buy me a certain amount of coffee and cigarettes and come up and pretty much triple what I spent on my store, which is kind of what I did. See, all the little 1 for 2 items, the little chips, soups, honey bun probably like 3 items, 4 items, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, all them, the Snickers and all them, like, those come later. Those gonna forever come straight to you because they don't cost that much. You know what I'm saying? When you get up to where you buying the tobacco products and the coffee, which if you do it right, you max out one store, you ain't gonna have to catch store no more that year. If you do it right, because you know you don't drink coffee or smoke cigarettes. Because now your little 1 for 2 items, or whatever the case may be, I gotta bring him for a setup. I gotta bring him 5 soups. You see what I'm saying? Or I gotta bring him 5 chips and a soup. Or whatever. If I bring him for a coffee ball, I gotta give him 2 soups, 3 soups. Or whatever. You know, you see what I'm saying? So now coffee ball is some plastic wrapped up with the ball of it. Now I'm not throwing up a gang sign, but it makes a little ball at the bottom once you wrap your plastic up. Now you sit there and if you do it right, you can get you a nice amount of coffee balls out of 1 bag of coffee. You'll walk in the man's cell and he got 10, 12 bags of coffee down. And he gonna mess around and have like 100, 200 coffee balls. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody want a shot of coffee, that's what we call a shot of coffee ball. Every time, and I ain't throwing gang signs. I just seen what I did. They'll say, hey man, let me get a shot of coffee. Let me get a coffee ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually when you waking up, or you got to go to work at that night in the dorm or whatever, cleaning the dorm or whatever. You need to stay up. Your store gone. So now you got to go and spend what you got, what you had left over, to get you a shot of coffee. However it go. But I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, people gonna tell you the most important things on the store is tobacco and nicotine. The same thing. Tobacco and caffeine. Nicotine and caffeine. That's more likely the most important thing on the store. So back to the story. This guy, he had already kind of strike 3'd us or whatever. So now we looking at him crazy. So I tell him like, man, listen, you go straighten up your debt, whatever, man. Then come back and holler at me. He tell me that, man. He put it to me like, man, listen, man, my mom and sister, man, I just got the most eerie phone call ever, man. Like, they not dead. It's just they was rushed to the hospital, man. I said, what? Because his mom and sister is all he got. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all he got. You know what I mean? So he tell me, man, my mama on the phone, man, barely talking, man. I think she barely was breathing. I like, man, whatever, man. He said, man, look. And he pulled his phone out. And it's a voice message that came to his voicemail before he ended up getting the phone call. She was talking on the now, I don't know if he didn't set this up or what. I don't know. Because I don't know what to think right now. But the man got a voice message. And it's his mama. She saying it was just a break-in. She was like, so if we don't answer and you calling, we either dead or in the hospital. So he not knowing was what, he hurrying up dialing the number back. And he tell me she called him. Now he did have 11 missed calls. It's just what he had 11 missed calls. Now I don't know what he can do from behind the wall, but at the end of the day, she called up. I guess that's how families is. You know what I'm saying? You all I got. I got to tell you. So he was like, bro, I told you I wasn't lying, bro. I told you, bro. He was like, man, I went over there talking to that other clown, man, that run store besides the one I owe. He telling me, man, you know what I'm saying? If I get a setup from him, I got to bring him a whole pack. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, damn nigga, do me same way now, cause I know you need something. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, for real, man. I'm like, man, listen, man. He like, man, you know what, man? I ain't gonna even cap. He ain't say cap, but he was like, man, I ain't gonna front. Man, I ain't gonna even front. Bro, he said, bro, I'm so stressed out, bro. He said, man, my heart racing. He said, bro, let me, he said, bro, I got a $50 green dot over there. I got a $50 green dot over there, man. Let me get a matchbox. Right? He said, bro, let me get a matchbox, bro. Let me get a matchbox. Let me get a matchbox, and let me get a setup, and let me get like 3 soups, man, and 2 chips. He was like, bro, I got a $50 green dot over there, bro. You know what I'm saying? He like, you know what I'm saying? Once I give you $50 green dot, bro, you know what I'm saying? I pay the item. He said, when he come back, I'm gonna bring you the item back, and then when I get everything situated on the street, I'm gonna see you the rest of what I owe you for the matchbox. So I'm like, bring me green dot and we can talk. Cause now he talking about money, right? He like, bro, call green. He like, bro, check that out. Check that balance out on that. Do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was really $53 for real. So he was like, told you, bro. I told you, bro. He like, bro, that's yours. He like, bro, let me get a mad box. Let me get them in the soup. Let me get chip, bro. He like, you got some drinks? I was like, nah, I ain't got no drinks. He was like, dang. He like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me just get 3 soups, 2 chips. You know what I'm saying? He was like, let me get a setup and let me get a mad box. Now, like if y'all don't know what a mad box is, right? We get these little matchbox off the store too, right? Well, we take the matches out, right? And then that's that little matchbox right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all ever seen the matchbox that you can just push through and you got your matches that you pull out, we'll either get them or we'll get the pack a matchbox that you can just peel off and peel out, right? We'll either get them. We'll take whichever ones we get out the store. We'll take them out and we'll pack it with that wacky tobacco. You know what I'm saying? That marijuana. We'll pack it with that and we'll sell that. Some people like to go overboard with hustling. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? We'll sell it for 80. You know, some people try to do that for 100. So I done seen some people sell they mad boxes when there wasn't nothing in the camp for 125. I'm talking about busting heads. And if you got a weed head in there, they gonna buy it. They gonna buy it. Y'all gotta realize everything in there is super, super expensive. Everything. So I get what he need. You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, if you want me to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that money coming up the hallway when, you know what I'm saying, when that boy come back, you know what I'm saying, I do that too. I said, yeah, I want that. Yeah, he was like, all right, bro, hold on. Boop, boop, boop. He used his phone, made a phone call, just so happened the boy was on the south side and right there by the dude. So the dude was like, hold on, let me get him over here. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I need you to repeat what you know what I'm saying, what you really picked up, bro. He was like, man, for what? He was like, man, just do it. I'm telling y'all that cause he ended up having to slap him when he got back, but that's something else. So he was like, man, just do it. You know what I'm saying? All that. So the dude was like, man, I went and picked up this, that, did that. He was like, I told you, bro. He said, bro, I'm going to straighten up who I owe to, but I'm going to straighten you up too. You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, I just got to get it down here. He was like, and I can just come back with that other once I see what's going on with my mom and them. Because, you know, that's all I got. I was like, all right, bet. Which, that wasn't all he had. Because, like I said, he had a boy. So, that wasn't all he had. You know what I'm saying? But he at least came to the table with something. Now, me being who I am, I'm not for to announce what I done did for him. You know what I'm saying? But I know the person that he owe. He about to go straighten him up with what he just got from me. You know what I'm saying? Because the person that he owed was watching. He was watching the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing he gonna say is, no, bro, no, hold on, come here, home. Come here. So, you know, I already know that's the first thing he finna say. So when he fell off over there to me, he, you know what I'm saying, I straightened him up. You know what I'm saying? I can straighten him up. Give me the green dot, because I sure got it. You know what I'm saying? Put that up, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he got what he got from me. He walked directly. His room was across the hall. He walked directly up the steps and straightened his debt up. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. I don't know what the debt was, but I know whatever he got from me was enough to straighten his debt up. You know what I'm saying? Upstairs, whatever. I don't know what it was. I ain't asked. I just know you lied to me and said no, then you turned around and said in the same sentence, you ain't never just one person. So I don't know what it was. So he went down, he did what he had to do, get himself right or whatever. So probably about when child call get called for lunch or whatever, I see the boy falling through the door. You know what I'm saying? Heading beeline straight to me. He beelining straight to me. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let me holler at you. Let me screen you. I'm like, what you talking about, bro? You don't owe me. What you got going on, homeboy? He like, no. They're for such and such. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you talking about. What you got going on, play? He like, man, come on, man, with all that, man. Come on, man. I just want to go ahead. Hey, bro, I got about 3 more runs I got to make. I got to straighten you up, bro. I got to go and straighten you up. Now, I'm curious at why he done did this. You know what I'm saying? Which I can't say I doubt him right now with him being in here, because I know what type of dude he is too. Although he's still a stand-up dude when it comes to like not playing. You know what I'm saying? Like not joking. So I said, bro, either get him over here on the phone or something, bro, to make sure that you know what you doing. Because if he fall over here talking about, no, he was supposed to just give you this, that, and the third, or he wasn't supposed to give you none, it's going to be a problem. You like, man, here you go, man. I'm like, hey, bro, hey, it's either, hey, whatever. He like, man, all right. So he run over to the across the hall. He said, man. He said, call him and tell him. No, he said, bro, give me the phone. He said, bro, give me the phone real quick. I'm hearing this because I'm hearing my partner ended up telling me this. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, that dude was over there yelling at that dude, man, telling him he should have just went on ahead and just gave you what it was, man. But then he was like, bro, give me the phone. I'm gonna handle it. Give me the phone. I thought it was gonna have to be something. I was like, no. Everything was straight. Now that was on the back end. Cause once people start hearing commotion and people hear certain names, and if they and if you like cool with this person that's hearing this, they gonna pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know what he was saying. What he, I know people gonna be like, now you know what he was saying to him, like you psychic, all that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I know, cause we had people everywhere, and of course, when something like that happened in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? At the beginning, when he was like, man, come on with that, man, go, come on with all of it, like that. When he went to what we thought was putting down, what we call putting down, like now we got to watch you. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, dude getting the phone. Dude used the phone and he hit me. He said, bro, man, I'm on. He like, bro, I'm on the phone, bro. I'm on my phone with my folk. I can't make it over there. So I called you from headphone to let you know I'm finna send him to straighten everybody that I owe, bro. I said, damn, you owe more than one person? He was like, bro, I ain't want to tell you I owe more than one person. But damn, I had to get it some kind of way, bro. You weren't getting it to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the other people that I owe don't even live in here. I'm like, man, here you go, bro. You playing them game. There you go. Them penitentiary game. He like, man, he gonna come straighten you, bro. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna have that for you, bro. I'm just, man, bro, I'm talking. And he called his sister name. I said, all right, bet. Dude come back over there, dude straighten me out, give me, you know what I'm saying, what it is. He like, all right, I'm like, I don't know who else. He straightened up, but I got first deals. I want to get what I want, you know what I'm saying. He like, man, come on with all that, man, man. So, because that's one thing that they, when especially when dude like this, how they try to act in the prison, they try to stick their chest out. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on with all that. Man, come on with all that. Man, come on now. Come on home, boy. Come on home, boy, with all that. But, boy, you ain't got nothing but out in your chest. That's all you got is air in your chest, boy. Come on. So he straightened me out. Now, it was one point I made about how people like to try to put, instead of the 3 for 6, they'll try to do the 3 for 7, 3 for 8, 3 for 9, trying to put that tax on the items or whatever. So I say probably about 2 days go by, I just see Buddy pacing back and forth. He pacing back and forth, pacing back and forth. Now I don't know what done went on or what didn't happen, but I know he going through something. So I know he, you know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, that PTSD real. You know what I'm saying? Because every time you hear a loud smack or you hear some type of iron up against the door or you hear a loud noise, you get to like, oh, you don't know how to move. You know what I'm saying? Then you get to looking, everybody looking. You don't know how to move. You don't know what you about to do because you don't know what's what. Certain noises you kind of get used to. You know what I'm saying? But I see him pacing back and forth. So that means his heart rate is up, which could be anxiety. You know what I'm saying? But his head down, which could be depression. You know what I'm saying? But he's just pacing, and he talking to himself. So I mind my business. I don't get in nobody's business. I don't say none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't none of that. But this dude, he was one of them dudes. He was real good with his hands. He was, like I said, he was a 6'5" dude. You know what I'm saying? He worked out. So here's what happened, and then I'm gonna get into. I think I'm gonna put out why it happened, but here's what happened. He was pacing because a dude that he went and borrowed some from taxed him too much. You see what I'm saying? So, from what the dude told me, because I ended up talking to the dude after he got out of lockup, was he told me, he said, bro, I told him, if he come get 3 items from me, I want 8 back. And I looked at him kind of crazy. I'm like, 3 for 8? Man, what's wrong with you? I'm like, bro, you do know we in prison, right? He was like, yo, I know. He said, but bro, how somebody gonna tell me they not finna pay me that? You know what I'm saying? Like, my people work hard for their money, bro. I got to make my own money. I said, but 3 for 8 though, bro? Like, for real? He like, yeah, bro. He said, bro, you can't. Just like I can tell you what I'm charging, you can tell me to go fuck myself. I ain't paying it. You ain't got to get it. You know what I'm saying? But when you do get it, you gonna know my price. Now, this dude here wasn't a dude that was scary. And he wasn't what I was. He was a different game. So the tall dude apparently went to him and got a few things from him, right? And wasn't that illegal, it was store items. So this guy tell him what he want back for the store item. You see what I'm saying? Because it ain't no bring me 2 bags of coffee for my 1 bag of coffee. No. You get my 1 bag of coffee, and I either want, 1 bag of coffee was like 8 items at that time, or whatever. Like, it's a whole blockchain if y'all understand, because 100 was like 3 items, 2 items, or whatever. It differs with the price on the store. So, dude apparently got 2 bags of coffee from him. So that was already almost 20 items right there. I think he wanted 20 items for the 2 bag of coffee. Then I think he ended up getting like 7 or 8 items extra from him. So dude was like in deep with what he owed. Dude tell him that ain't how, the tall guy tell this dude that ran the store, man, I ain't paying that, man. He bucket. Right? And when we say he bucket, we mean he go against what he said he owed him. Man, I ain't paying that, man. I ain't finna give you. He said, man, that's crazy, man. He said, man, I don't supposed to bring you nothing back but 24 items, bro. That's all I'm supposed to bring you back, bro. And that's all I'm bringing you back. I ain't bringing you this back. So the dude say,